Instagram.
DJ Chase.
You know who it is. The Notorious
Downright Sports.
Yeah.
Tune in, Downright Sports.
Tonight, live on DJ Chase Radio and the DJ Chase Radio app, I go live and call the play-in game for the Dallas Mavericks versus the Sacramento Kings. Winner of this series will play the loser from last night, the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies lost last night to the Golden State Warriors. This game determines who becomes the official 8th seed, moves on and face the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, let's get into it. You got two teams who were not very good this year. They had a very tough year overall. Let's go to the notes, shall we? Looking at the notes real quick, you're looking at the Dallas Mavericks, who finished this year 39-43 off of a disappointing after going to the NBA Finals last year. They were having a subpar year. They were okay. They decided to trade franchise-making, European shaking Luka Doncic, a once-in-a-lifetime player, to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, former NBA champion in the bubble years with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Kings, who were coming off of a great year, were subpar, floating around that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th spot, would end up firing Mike Brown. Doug Christie, his assistant coach, would replace him. Christie would end up going 27-24, replacing Mike Brown. The Kings would finish just ahead of the Dallas Mavericks as the 8th seed. These are two teams at the bottom of the NBA in a lot of statistical categories. More importantly, in scoring, Dallas is 15th in scoring. Kings are a little higher. Kings are 10th in scoring. But in three-pointers made, Dallas 26th, Kings 23rd. Offensive rebounds, the Dallas Mavericks 24th, the Kings 16th. Apologies. In defense, in defensive rating, Dallas 20th, Kings 22nd. This season, these teams have faced each other 3 different times. The Kings have won all 3 times. 2 of the games were in double-digit blowouts. All 3 games, though, funny enough, 2 of them were missing key figures to the Dallas lineup. The first game, the Dallas, obviously, they didn't have Luka, they didn't have an Anthony Davis yet, and they didn't have Kyrie Irving. In the case of Game 2, which was a much closer game, I apologize for the coughing, by the way. Got a tickle in my throat. Let's get to it. Here we go. In Game 2, February 10th, that game went into overtime. The Kings would win only by 1. That game, Kyrie Irving, 30 points. Klay Thompson, 19 points. Off the bench, Max Christie with 20 points. But DeMar DeRozan was just too much with 42 points in that game. Sabonis with almost a triple-double, would finish with a double-double, 16 and 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Zach LaVine, fresh off being traded to that team, with 17 points. Game 3 was the game where Dallas thought their season may be over. They would end up losing Kyrie Irving for season-ending Achilles injury or ACL injury. I believe it was an ACL injury. Hold on, I'll tell you right now what injury took him down. Either way, they lost Kyrie. In that third game, not one Dallas Mavericks starting player finished in double figures at all. How crazy is that, right? But now we find ourselves in the play-in game. These two teams who were not, at the top of the list, but they're looking to make it into the playoffs. Dallas looking to go back to the playoffs for back-to-back seasons. Kings looking to go back to the playoffs for back-to-back seasons. Dallas, again, the team who last year won the West, shocked everybody, getting past teams like OKC, getting past teams like the Clippers. But now a team injury-ridden, a team with so much to prove in Anthony Davis trying to get through a Kings team that seems more or less more plucky and lucky than a team with any kind of fate or destiny. So we'll see how that pans and plays out. So my prediction for the game, well, the prediction is based on the facts and the figures. The Kings should win this. The Kings have clearly a better roster when you look at guys like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Sabonis versus the Dallas lineup that has more of an ailing lineup. You have Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis. They're going to need big production out of guys like P.J. Washington. They're going to need another great game out of a guy like a Max Christie. They're going to need Klay Thompson to step up. The Kings, on the other hand, their roster is going to be very starter heavy. They're missing Malik Monk, who would have been a huge key factor for them, and they don't have him tonight. So they're going to need other bench players to really step up and make headway and get them across. This could be a close game. You got to give the edge to Dallas for having champions on their team. DeMar DeRozan, it has a championship while playing for the Toronto. No, he never got the championship because he was traded away. DeMar DeRozan, no championship. Apologies. Dallas, on the other hand, you got Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, all with championship rings. Klay with more than 4, Anthony with the 1. That championship spirit, that winning mentality has got to pick up. It's got to turn out. And we're going to see in just a few short moments when that game gets started. So we hope to have a lot of fun. If you want to listen, the way I suggest you do it, you right now, you put the game on. The game will be on ESPN tonight. Turn the sound off and listen to me, the Notorious Sports Critic, call the game live on the DJ Chase Radio, the DJ Chase Radio app. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you listen to basketball games, if you've never listened to a basketball game on the radio, this is how sports used to be done. If you watch it on TV and you hate the announcers, which I hope you don't, you kind of get an unkempt and uncouth and a unreliable man in me that's going to give the game the best he can. There's going to be a lot of mistakes and a lot of errors, but I hope we have a lot of fun. Tune in to Downright Sports on all social media platforms, including this one, Instagram. Go to the Downright Sports Facebook page, leave comments. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. And of course, download the DJ Chase Radio app. New episodes of Downright Sports every week. On Wednesdays they air, but this week we're going to be on tomorrow, a quick special show tomorrow, recapping all of this and doing recapping the playoffs a little bit. But hope that hear from you guys. Hope we have a lot of fun. Let's make it happen. As always,